It is round 2 of the Nations Championship, and in this video I'm going to be giving my preview for the All Blacks vs Italy game. This is going to be a really good game. I know a lot of people after last week probably think it's going to be a massive walkover for the All Blacks, but I don't think that's how it's going to work personally. I think Italy are going to bounce back. They've chosen a very strong team, but so have the All Blacks. So in this video, we're going to go over the teams, go over some of the stats, to kind of talk about how we think both teams can win, and then obviously give our predictions at the end of the game. But before we do get into it, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I really do appreciate all the support. I mean, the fans from the All Blacks and Italy are both coming to the channel in numbers now. We've just surpassed 3,000 subscribers this week, so we're trying to aim higher. We're trying to go for 10,000, so thank you so much for all the support. And if you do want to comment down below, give your thoughts, positive or negative, I will be responding. So thank you so much for that. So just looking at some of the stats here, the last 5 games these guys have played, or the last 4 games these teams have played head to head, the All Blacks have won 4, Italy winning 0. The average points scored, and I think we know why, for the All Blacks is 65 and 10 points for Italy. That being said though, I do think that one World Cup game really does sway the stats towards the All Blacks, talking about the average score. I mean, that was a very, very bad game for Italy. And since then, Italy's actually gotten a lot better. If you're talking about their forward pack, the cohesion of the team, some of the centre pairings as well, some of the star players, the star power that's come through. The Italy team that played in the 2023 World Cup is not the same Italy team that's playing now. Of course, maybe you saw a few memories of that last week against Japan. Not a good performance from Italy, but also a very good performance from Japan. But Italy's going to go to New Zealand to try beat New Zealand. They think they can beat New Zealand. They kept it close with France this year. They beat England, they beat Scotland, they kept it close with Italy as well. Bad game against Wales, bad game against Japan. So I fully expect them to bounce back and keep it close this game. But I will get into my prediction later. So the form for the last 5 games for these teams: Italy losing 4 of their last 5 games. They lost to Japan, they lost to Wales, they beat England, they lost to France, and they just lost to Ireland. All Blacks in their last 5 games, they beat Ireland, they beat Scotland, they lost to England somehow last year at Twickenham, they beat Wales, and they beat France. So All Blacks definitely the informed team between the two of them right now. But let's go through the teams quickly. The All Blacks have gone for Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, Tyrell Lomax, Sam Darry, Tupou Vai, Wallace Atiti, Luke Jacobson, Ardie Savea at number 8 as captain, Cam Roygaard number 9, Ruben Love number 10, Leroy Carter number 11, Geordie Barrett number 12, Billy Proctor number 13, Will Jordan on 14, Damian McKenzie at fullback. So a very strong starting lineup there. On the bench, Samisoni Takiaho, George Bauer, Priscilla Torsi, Josh Lord, Anton Segnot, potential debutants, Cortez Ratterman number 21, Anton Leonard-Brown, and of course Morby as well, number 23. And I have to say, 50th cap as well for Tyrell Lomax, so congratulations to him. A solid All Blacks team, not too many changes from last week. And I saw a comment that said it's really good to see that the All Blacks aren't just playing a weaker team right now. They're still sticking with some of their big guns there. I mean, Ruben Love, Roygaard, Ardie Savea, Satiti. I mean, Damian McKenzie and Will Jordan were awesome last week as well. So they know what's coming their way. They know it's going to be a really tough game against Italy. Of course, I really wanted to see 2 guys specifically, Asafo Amua in the starting lineup and Fehi Finianganofo, who unfortunately does have a shoulder strain. I'm not too sure with Asafo Amua. I think that just is rotation. He's played a lot of rugby as well, and I probably would have liked to see someone else besides Cody Taylor starting this game. But of course, there's going to be a lot of rugby games this year, and of course after the Nations Championship, it's straight to South Africa for the All Blacks, playing against the Sharks, the Bulls, the Lions, the Stormers, and of course the Springboks 4 times in a row. So that's going to be really fun. But I think it's a solid team chosen from the All Blacks. I really do. It's good to see Tupou Vai back. He's one of those players that you want him on your team, but you don't like him if he plays against your team. He's a really good guy to have on your team. And of course, Wallace Atiti in the starting lineup, one of the best loose forwards in the world as well. That has to be said. He is a really phenomenal rugby player, and I'm very excited to see how he does in the starting lineup. And of course, I think Peter Lakai is a guy that will be in the 23. Asafo Amua as well. I thought Xavier Numia was really good from the bench last week, and I thought Fehi Finianganofo looked really exciting and full of energy as well. So a lot of players that I think are being shifted here, but you can see some of those core players of a Cody Taylor, Sam Darry from last week, Luke Jacobson, Ardie Savea, Roygaard, Love, Barrett, Will Jordan, and Damian McKenzie all staying in the side. So it shows that they have a lot of respect for Italy, and they know what's coming their way, because Italy have chosen a very strong team. Starting off, Danilo Fischetti number 1, Tommaso D'Ambartolomeo, Marco Resioni, Nicola Canone, Andrea Zambanin, Ross Vincent, Michelle Lamoro, Lorenzo Canone to make up the forward pack, a very strong forward pack. Number 9, Stephen Varney. Number 10, Paolo Garbisi. Number 11, Louis Lina. Number 12, Tommaso Menoncello. Number 13, Juan Ignacio Breaks. Number 14, Malik Faisal. Number 15, Tommaso Allen. So some really experienced players there in the 15. I don't think Italy's going to win this game. I have to say that. But they have to probably think this is their best chance to beat the All Blacks in New Zealand in their history. I mean, surely it is, because there's some really good players here. That forward pack is extremely solid. There's some Northampton Saints players there, Exeter Chiefs players, some really solid players there. In the back line, they've got some really good guys as well. 12 and 13 is going to be a very good matchup. And of course, some really good guys in the outside backs as well, with some really good kickers as well, with Tommaso Allen and Garbisi. So a good mixture of players there, a nice balance in the back line as well. But of course on the bench, Lucchesi, Spagnolo, Hassa, Marini, Ruza, Favretto, Garbisi and Marin. So some really strong guys on the bench as well for Italy, and it just shows that this Italy team isn't a team you can't joke around with this team right now, because they will come and they will beat you. They gave the Springboks a tough time last year in Italy as well, before the end of the game, where the kind of floodgates, the dam wall broke down. But they've had some really good games this year, and I think the one thing for this Italy team is they stay in the game for a long time, but then something happens, 2 or 3 mistakes in a row, and then the game just falls away from them. I do remember that Ireland game this year. Italy was in it for a long period of time. They were in the lead. They were looking like the better team. One overthrow at the line out. Ireland capitalized. Momentum completely shifted. So the one thing Italy cannot allow in this game is for the All Blacks to come out fast, and also for the All Blacks to keep up the momentum the entire game. Italy has to stop the fast start from the All Blacks early on, and they have to try hold that backline, because that backline from the All Blacks last week was incredible. In patches, of course, not for the full 80, but that All Blacks backline last week looked really good with ball in hand. And that's the thing with the All Blacks. People seem to forget this. They are probably the best running rugby team, them and France, in the entire world. So you cannot give them any opportunities at all, because they will take it. But that being said, it is time for my predictions. I have to go with the All Blacks to win this game by a healthy margin. I do like the Italy team. I do know they're going to bring a fight. I just don't see them having the mindset right now to go 80 minutes with a really good All Blacks team, in my opinion, in New Zealand. I don't see it. This team doesn't play that well away from home either. Hopefully they can stay in the fight. But what I'm seeing right now, the picture I'm seeing in my head, is an All Blacks team that are really motivated, ready to go after some good tries last week, coming out the gate, firing, and Italy just can't catch back up. Maybe Italy will have a phase throughout the game where they come back with 2 tries, maybe 3 tries. Probably not though. All Blacks just start off strong and let's run away from it from there on. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen in the game. But some of the key players I'm excited to see from both teams. So I'll start with 5 players in the starting lineup and 2 players on the bench for each team. So we'll actually also go with 3. The 3 players I'm the most excited to see for Italy. One of my players from Italy has got to be Andrea Zambonin. This guy can be a big nuisance against the All Blacks at line-out time. If he can stop that line-out from the All Blacks from working well, because the All Blacks are really good offset piece from the top of the line-out, the way they run those lines, the moves they have as well. We've seen it before against Ireland in this quarterfinal. Yeah, it was the quarterfinal of the World Cup as well. We saw that move where Richie Mo'unga went through. They are really good at line-out time there. So if Andrea Zambonin can do something to stop that, that will be key. Of course, in the backline, I've got to go for Tommaso Menoncello. Menoncello versus Jordy Barrett, that's going to be a really good matchup. So he's my other guy in the backline. Then probably one guy on the bench. You know what? I'm going to go for Spagnolo. I thought Spagnolo was really good in the Six Nations when he came from the bench. His scrumming was solid. He was really good around the park as well. So for me, Andrea Zambonin in the forward pack, Tommaso Menoncello at number 12, and from the bench, Mirko Spagnolo. Some really good players there for Italy to watch. Then of course for the All Blacks, in the forward pack for me, it's got to be Wallace Atiti making a start again after a little injury period. We had a bit of a injury scare in one of the Super Rugby games, but I won't talk too much about that. But Wallace Atiti is one of my guys to watch. Such a skillful player, such a physical player, has the potential to be the best loose forward in the world for sure, and he's still a young guy as well. In the back line, for me, I'm going to go with Ruben Love this week. I think it's a big game for Ruben Love. I think this game will be a bit different to France, so it's going to be different to see how he reacts to the different conditions, the different play styles. But I do like Ruben Love, so for me, you got to keep your eye on Ruben Love, because it's a very big week for him. Can he play against 2 completely different teams 2 weeks in a row and have 2 good performances? I think that's going to be key. And of course, on the bench for me, I'm going to go with, you know what, I'm going to go with Samisoni Takiyaho. He knows he's got a point to prove. He's got it up against him with Asafo Amua on some incredible form right now, and Cody Taylor, who's a really experienced legend at hooker. Can Samisoni Takiyaho play his way into the 23, even though Asafo Amua is one of my favorite players? So those are my players to watch. And of course, the matchups to watch, it's got to be the forward battle, the scrum battle, the line-out battle. It's going to be ferocious. It's going to be epic. If Italy does pitch up, that's the key thing. If Italy does pitch up, it's going to be an epic battle in the forwards. Italy has a very physical, solid forward pack. And when things do click for them, things do really work out well. And of course, for me, I'm going to have to go with the centre battle as well. Jordy Barrett and Billy Proctor versus Tommaso Menoncello and Juan Ignacio Breaks. The spines of the backline there. Of course, Billy Proctor is no slouch either. He's a very good player, and he's been playing with these Hurricanes guys now for a while, so he knows these guys. He's going to feel comfortable as well. He's played in that stadium as well a lot of times for the Hurricanes, so it's going to be a very good battle there. So the forward battle at set piece, the backline battle in the centers. Who's going to win it? I guess we'll find out. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments. Let me know which 2 or 3 players from each team you're the most excited to see tomorrow. I will be doing a match reaction right after the game, and I will be trying to get the player ratings for the All Blacks out as well right after the game before the next game. So thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.